Hey guys, this is Abrahm with BSA Bushcraft. I decided to come out today and fix a lunch, just ramen noodles, and talk about a topic. I recently went on an SAN shoot, a survival adventure network shoot for Pathfinder TV. Jason Hunt, Dave Canterbury, the Pathfinder instructors, and I just wanted to talk about it and what I thought about that adventure. It was a very, very tough adventure because when we got the information we got was we had to take our 10 C's and we were not going to be able to use all of it. So I packed up, took all my stuff up to Jason Hunt's place. He was the one that put this together down in Kentucky. And when we got down there, they said that we were only going to be able to use our knife only. And that was a challenge. So no ferro rods, no cover, no lighters, none of that stuff. All you had was your knife to work with. And it was a very tough challenge, I'll tell you that. I just want to thank Jason inviting me up there. It was a great challenge. It was great, but very difficult. But it really just puts out there why you really need to carry your 10 C's. Because to be honest, if it was an actual scenario and you had to do the bow drill, I would have had to have water, and I probably would have ended up hurting myself real bad or getting myself in a real bad shape if I was lost or in an actual scenario where I needed to get that fire going to boil the water. I would have been in trouble because me and my partner Wayne, we could not get the bow drill going. It was just humid, and I'm not sure what it is. It was some cedar. I'm not very experienced with it, so that could be one thing, but I gave it my all and we just didn't get it going. So they ended up giving us a piece of char cloth, which worked out. We got that going pretty good. And we got our fire going, started boiling water, and it was pretty good from there. It's just water. I'm telling you, it's very important. I didn't even think dehydration can get to you very quickly. If you don't have water, you don't have the energy to do the bow drill. You don't have, you're sweating, you're losing liquids, and you can't replace all of it. You can't replenish it. So water is key. They let us drink a full container of water before we set out. And honestly, I should have drank all of the whole container, but just goes to show that if you're in a scenario, you're not gonna have that option to do that. So what we had to do is, when we got there, they told us we had a knife only. We got there Friday morning, and all across his land, he's got, I think, 120 acres is what he said, we could find trash, and whatever we found in trash we could use. We found quite a bit of glass bottles for containers. We found cordage. We had our cutting tool with us. The only thing that was very tricky was the combustion. We had to make it off the land, and that was probably one of the toughest things to do up there. It was very tough. It just goes to show that I need to practice more on that skills, and it really goes and lets me know what I need to work on. I need to work on the bow drill, because if I was in that scenario, I have to get a bow drill fire going. If I didn't have a lighter, always have a lighter on me, I always have a ferro rod with my knife, but if you lost it, you're stuck making a bow drill fire. So you really need to be prepared for that. Know how to make a fire, know how to make a bow drill fire, etc. There was about 8 people up there, 8 people doing the actual challenge. There was teams of 2, and through the teams you work together to do everything. Like, we made a natural shelter the first night, or the first day we made a natural shelter. Slept in that. We didn't have our fire going, but the next day we got our fire going with the flint and steel. When we went on a wild edible walk in the morning to collect a little bit of food to give us a little bit of energy. When we got back, our shelters were destroyed because you could come back to your camp. Maybe you were on private land and somebody destroyed it. You didn't know that. We had to, and they left our fires going though. We had our fires still there. We had to carry fire with what we had all the way to our next campsite, and build another shelter there, or get your fire going and build another shelter there. And you had to have your fire, because if you didn't have your fire, you don't have water and you're not hydrated. So water was key in this. So we got there, and then we got our fire going really good, and then we started on a shelter, and by then we were exhausted, but we still kept trekking through, and we built our shelter, got it up, and it was starting to rain. They let us that night. That was pretty much everything we did. So after that, they brought some pizza down for us, which was great. I'm telling you, that was awesome. Then we went. If you wanted to leave that night, you could. But the main challenge was getting that fire going and keeping your body full of energy and staying hydrated. So the challenge was to build a shelter, and then the next day you got it knocked over, and to carry your fire to your next camp and build another one. And we had no clue we weren't going to camp there that night, so it was just like we thought we were going to camp there. So luckily we didn't, because it was starting to rain, and our shelter wasn't completely waterproof, but it was decent. So it was a real eye-opener. You really just got to be prepared for this, because a couple of us, including me, were in a hurt locker, not having a fire. We had a turtle. We cooked turtle, which was new for me, but the next day, so we had a little bit of meat there, and then we had a few crawdads, and then our wild edibles, some wood sorrel, is what we munched on for the weekend, which wasn't, considering just 2 days, it wasn't too bad, really. It was just the staying hydrated part was the tricky part. So I just wanted to share the experience with you guys. I thought it was a real cool one to do. I just want to thank Jason Hunt and all of the people that were affiliated with it, helping it get together, and my partner Wayne and all the other groups that just made it a blast to do, and just have actually opened your eyes to what it would actually be like if you were in a scenario like that. So thanks Jason Hunt, Kevin Baxter, Brian Lemaster, Jacob Baxter, all of them. They all helped me out. They filmed it, and I can look back to that video and see what I did wrong and what I need to be practicing on. And the video is really helping. Brad Holman, everybody. I just want to thank everybody for putting this together and inviting me down there to do it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Maybe a little bit better with the bow drill next time. We'll see. That's just one thing to practice. And the main thing was staying hydrated. Water is your friend up there for sure. And it was pretty hot, and it was just very tricky. So I just want to share it with you guys, and came out and had a little bit of a lunch here, some ramen noodles. Better eat them before they get cold. And I just thought it was all in all a great time. So I thought you guys would appreciate me sharing that, and I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment below, or you can email me at bsabushcraft@gmail.com if you want to do it that way. Either way works. If you like the videos you're seeing on this channel, go check out the other videos I have. If you like them, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And as always, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.